Hey Chiefs Kingdom! Welcome back to another exciting edition of Kansas City Chiefs Today. We've got a huge update from the 2025 NFL Draft, and it's all about building a better line of protection for none other than Patrick Mahomes. So, sit tight and let's dive into the Chiefs' big move in the first round. The Kansas City Chiefs made a move that's been long anticipated. With the 32nd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, they selected Josh Simmons, an offensive lineman from Ohio State. But here's where it gets interesting. Thanks to a savvy trade back with the Eagles, the Chiefs didn't just pick up their much-needed offensive lineman. They also added a valuable fifth-round pick in the process. Now, let's break down why this pick was so crucial for the Chiefs. Before the trade, the Chiefs didn't have any picks in the 5th or 6th round. That extra pick opens up opportunities for Brett Veach to continue building depth. But the real story here is Josh Simmons, a player who was considered by many to be a top 10 talent before some injury setbacks. Sure, there's some concern about Simmons' injuries, especially his knee. But here's where the Chiefs' medical team comes into play. The Chiefs have an exceptional track record with player health, and if they believe Simmons is good to go, I have no reason to doubt them. Why offensive line? Well, ever since the departure of Eric Fisher, the Chiefs have been working to solidify their line. And if they want to compete for a Super Bowl, it all starts with giving Patrick Mahomes the protection he deserves. So this was a move to secure the future. With the addition of Simmons, the Chiefs are looking stronger than ever on the line. Will he start at left tackle? It's possible, but he could also play guard. It all depends on his development and the competition with players like Jalen Moore. What we do know is this: he's going to add quality depth to an offensive line that just got a whole lot stronger. Simmons' strength lies in pass protection, which is perfect for the Chiefs' high-flying offense. He has an 82% pass block rate and didn't allow a single sack during his college career. That's the kind of protection Patrick Mahomes needs. Sure, the Chiefs could have gone with other players, like Will Johnson or Mike Green, but the need for an elite offensive lineman was too big to ignore. The Chiefs are focused on building a solid foundation for years to come, and Simmons is a huge piece of that puzzle. Looking ahead, the Chiefs still have several picks left. A wide receiver, a cornerback, maybe an edge rusher. We'll see what Brett Veach and the team decide, but one thing's for sure: this offensive line is going to be much improved in 2025, and that's a scary thought for the rest of the league. If Josh Simmons lives up to his potential, the Chiefs' offensive line could be one of the strongest in the league. With players like Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and now Simmons, Mahomes is in great hands. The Super Bowl runs through Kansas City, and with this pick, the Chiefs are only getting stronger. With the Chiefs' pick of Josh Simmons, they've addressed a critical need while also adding depth to their roster. Sure, we all had our eyes on some other players, but this pick was about securing the future. And with the way the Chiefs have been drafting, I have full faith that Brett Veach knows what he's doing. Let's take a deeper look at Josh Simmons' career at Ohio State. He had a standout career, despite his injury setbacks. Simmons is known for his exceptional athleticism, which makes him a prime candidate for the NFL. His ability to move well for a man his size and his agility on the field were highlights during his time at Ohio State. But what truly stands out is his improvement over the years. In his first season, he struggled with penalties, but by his final year, he had drastically reduced them, showcasing his growth and discipline. Why are the Chiefs willing to bet on a player with injury concerns? Well, Simmons has a high ceiling. His pass-blocking skills are already NFL-ready, and if he continues his trajectory, he could become one of the top tackles in the league. The Chiefs have confidence in their medical staff, who have thoroughly evaluated his recovery. If he stays healthy, Simmons could be a massive asset to this offensive line and a key contributor to the Chiefs' success. Let's talk more about the Chiefs' offensive line strategy. Since the departure of Eric Fisher, the Chiefs have been in search of a top-tier offensive lineman to protect Mahomes' blindside. They've gone through a few options, but with Simmons, the team is setting itself up for the future. The addition of Simmons gives the Chiefs flexibility, allowing them to experiment with different combinations. Simmons could either start at left tackle or guard, and the team has the depth to compete at multiple positions. This is the kind of depth they've been missing. Of course, there will be challenges for Simmons in his rookie year. First off, he'll need to prove that he can consistently stay healthy. The NFL is a tough league, and players get banged up. But with the Chiefs' excellent medical team, there's confidence that Simmons can overcome these hurdles. Additionally, transitioning from college to the NFL isn't always seamless. He'll have to adjust to the speed of the game, and the competition for starting spots will be fierce. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, the Chiefs have big plans. They're not just aiming for a playoff berth. This team is built for another Super Bowl run. With Mahomes at the helm and a defense that's getting stronger, it all comes down to having a solid offensive line. The Chiefs' Super Bowl aspirations in 2025 will be determined by how well this new offensive line can protect Mahomes and create lanes for the running game. And with Simmons on board, it looks like the team is well positioned to meet that challenge. Many fans wondered why the Chiefs didn't take a shot at other high-profile players in this draft, like Will Johnson or Mike Green. While those guys are undoubtedly talented, their positions weren't as critical for the Chiefs as protecting Mahomes. When you compare Simmons to some of the other top offensive linemen in the draft, like Paris Johnson Jr. or Broderick Jones, Simmons holds his own. His agility and pass protection stand out, and that's exactly what the Chiefs needed. The addition of Simmons brings new competition to the Chiefs' offensive line. Players like Jalen Moore, who previously had an inside track to starting at left tackle, now find themselves in a more competitive situation. The competition is healthy and will only improve the team overall. However, this also means that players like Kingsley, who were considered possible starters, may have to fight for a backup role instead. That's the kind of depth the Chiefs have been lacking in previous seasons. That's it for today's breakdown on Josh Simmons and the Chiefs' draft strategy. If you want to keep up with all the latest Chiefs news, draft updates, and more, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button if you're excited for the future of the Kansas City Chiefs, and leave a comment below telling us what you think of the pick. Who would you like to see the Chiefs draft next? Let us know. With the draft now behind us, the Chiefs are looking ahead to the rest of the offseason. They've already made key acquisitions, and with Brett Veach at the helm, we know the team will continue to build through free agency and later rounds of the draft. The next big question: who do they target next? Do they go after a wide receiver to complement Mahomes' playmaking, or do they focus on adding depth to the defense? Whatever happens, one thing is certain: the Chiefs are going to be contenders in 2025. As we wrap up this analysis, it's clear that the Chiefs are going all in for the 2025 season. With Josh Simmons now part of the team, the offensive line has taken a giant step toward becoming a championship-caliber unit. If Simmons can stay healthy and reach his potential, the Chiefs will have one of the most well-rounded rosters in the league. But it's not just about the draft picks, it's about team chemistry and playing together as one unit. Thanks for tuning in, Chiefs Kingdom. Let us know your thoughts on the Josh Simmons pick. Do you think he'll be a game-changer for the Chiefs this season? And who would you like to see the Chiefs pick next in the draft? Drop a comment below, like this video, and make sure you're subscribed for more in-depth analysis on the Kansas City Chiefs as we head toward the 2025 season.